Let's be clear. The narcissist from high school that betrayed you love to tell you you need to grow up when you don't want anything to do with them anymore. Hear me out. I'm not talking about the people who already didn't like you. Well, you know what? These people do already dislike you. I take that back. They're just secretive and they're better at acting like they're your friends. They're the setup men and women, right? Listen, they told you you were full of drama and they don't like drama and all that other stuff, right? When you would tell them what their friends were doing because their friends were bullying you and they hung with them, right? But they knew. They didn't want to hear and they were irritated because they knew. Because, see, nobody wants to be unpopular because the unpopular crowd is the crowd that gets bullied the most. Okay? That's the crowd that gets bullied the most. So, therefore, those type of younger narcissists are, in fact, going to tell you you're full of drama. You guys, if there's anyone who's high school and up to college, this video's for you. And you know what? I'll be honest. Even in the workplaces, right? Let's take that. Let's make this all ages. Even workplaces, people will tell you you're full of drama and you need to grow up, and they don't like drama. But the whole time they're sitting there while they told you you need to grow up, listening to people gossip about you like they're fucking 5. Yeah, I touched my wig. I don't care. Whatever. Fuck the wig. Let's get back to the point. The whole time, they are talking about you, listening to other people about you. They knew. They know. It's easier for them to tell you to shut up and fuck off because hanging out with you, there's no real benefit. They don't even know what they hang out with you for anymore because they feel like the bigger crowd, the in crowd. Now, let's take this back down to high school like I was saying. As you are an adult, for sure, at least once or twice or a few times, you're going to run into people you went to high school with. That when you change, things get better for you. They may have been watching your page this whole time because they're narcissistic. And this is only narcissistic people. Not everyone's a narcissist or got narc tendencies. This is only for those type of people. The first thing they're going to do is gaslight you and tell you, oh, we're grown. We're adults. Why are we still talking about that stuff? We were kids. They were kids. They have kids now and they're grown. Come on, you should be living your life. That is to evade the responsibility as an adult. That is to once again see they were that person then and they are this person now. This is why I'm talking about this. Narcissists are childish, okay? From childhood on up into adulthood. I said what I said. Narcissists do not grow up. Okay? But if you caught them hanging with people who talk about you and just listening and not saying anything, I'm sorry. Even as a teenager, people sitting there and listening to drama about you and bullshit, made up drama at that, that's a no-no. If your instincts told you to protect yourself and keep yourself away from that person, good instincts. On into adulthood, they cannot be trusted. They may not hang around the same group of people anymore, but they are still an untrustworthy person. Anybody who can stomach hanging around a narcissist is a sick individual. And that's of all ages. The reason why I brought up high school is because, again, narcissists don't mentally grow. I think Spiritual Whistleblower did a great video on how narcissists don't detach from high school. I used to think I was weird because I remember people would be telling me, oh, you're weird because, you didn't think high school was cool. You don't want to look back on your high school days. And now I know that there was nothing wrong with me. Now I know that mentally, that's the mindset of somebody who's, not maturing, you know. And that's all narcissists have, is to talk about high school, talk about middle school. So with that being said, what is my point in this video? At all ages, if these people are able to hang out with people and tell you, but the people who are the worst are the ones you know as kids. Now, if we're going to tell other people to grow up and to be adults, don't be grown adults going back and listening to gossip about somebody who's now grown that you used to listen to gossip about as a kid. You should never be listening to gossip in general. I'll be honest with you. I was raised not to listen to gossip. Okay? I was raised to not listen to gossip. I was raised to also let, if you don't like somebody, be honest about it. Cool. Right? But that gaslighting and grow up shit happens of all ages. And people from high school should not have access to you if they gossiped about you and helped people to tear you down. They were helping by listening and not telling them to shut the fuck up. Same thing in college. Same thing if you worked with this person 10, 20 years ago. 10, 20 years later, does not matter. They did what they did. They are a narcissist and they deserve to be gone out your life like that.